In 2014, some idiot made a terrible 20 worst songs of the year. He didn't explain his picks, and those picks were already pretty garbage. What an asshole.
Hi, that asshole here to rewrite history.
2014 fucking sucked. Hindsight, during, doesn't matter. Burn it all to the ground.
Was it the worst? No. Do I care? No.
As I talked about 2013 in detail, they had some bright spots. I actually like my best list.
Imagine 2013 if it had 1/3 as many good songs, and instead of half of the bad songs being boring, they're god-awful.
Even with this video being shit, a top 20 was fair, maybe even being generous. I could have made a worst 35 out of this shitty year.
Hope you guys have 2.5 hours to burn with me.
Let's not do that. I took the songs from this piece of crap in the 2014 end of year and reordered it. So expect to hear me talk about these finally, but do not expect the same results.
Maybe expect similar results, but a whole new video. I don't pad this channel out with list clickbait.
Welcome to my redo. These are the top 10 worst songs of 2014, except this time I talk about them in depth and don't immediately regret it. Seriously, fuck that video. Number 10. One of the most toxic things about 2014 was the dumping of new artists into the popular consciousness. Just so much talentlessness and copycat syndrome. We had a lot of shit to deal with that probably could have stayed underground. But no, we had to accept a weak first attempt.
What do you think about her, big guy?
Man, I'm loving BG.
No. I do not like Becky G.
Singing in the shower.
Good God, what is that rhythm?
Barf! Do you ever find yourself walking down the sidewalk or eating some McDonald's?
Make YouTube video. Going to do some laundry. Now this cat is Simba.
That's not one random part of the song. That's your chorus. And even calling it a rhythm is being pretty generous. Trying to put it in 4/4 is breaking my brain.
And why should I? I'm sure she dreamed that for her new song and wouldn't let it go.
Who cares if it works or not? We can make it work.
Singing in the shower.
It doesn't get exponentially more cringy every time she says it, right?
Singing in the shower.
Never mind, Becky, you're on your own.
And Becky never had a real hit again.
That wasn't the end of her Hot 100 entries, although she would give up on English. Yeah, okay, that's what she was missing with her first hit.
I know it's just something about you.
Could have fooled me. Becky G sounds like a SoCal cheerleader. And just like a cheerleader, the bass here is loud, obnoxious, and really doesn't need to be that way.
All I need is your loving.
Give me an S. Give me a loppy.
Bobby!
This won't be the last time I talk about an ugly oversaturation of bass, but this is certainly one of the worst. They drop everything out for the verses and it's just Bassy and Beck, and it's a loser-take-all bout of who can be worse.
We lose.
This shit pile is only number 10, mostly to Cal's disappointment.
Singing in the shower.
It's worthless crap, but it's fairly innocent, and even if she didn't learn her lesson from it, the music listening populace did. I can't name or ever have been forced to listen to the catalog of Beck G ever, so its shockwave of success did nothing.
Sometimes its effectiveness affects how bad it is overall. That gave number 7 a shitty boost.
It's also mostly that those two things about Shower are its fundamental failings. Do we really care about high school poetry lyrics? Do we care about her slightly better than Selena Gomez singing voice? It makes the rest of it forgettable, but not enough to prevent making it.
Now we go to 9 now.
Number 9.
Oh, how I've waited so long. Finally made it here. Your day has come, Robin Schultz.
Coming soon to a radio near you. Stockmusic.net, the song. Being generic doesn't have to be the worst thing, but not for Robin Schultz. He takes some of his own lifeless compositions and slaps it with the exact same shit-ass Walmart excuse for a beat.
And this all started with Prayer in E.
I hate this worthless, meandering waste of societal time. It's the perfect Robin Schultz song. He chose a singer who gave as little fucks as possible and picked the least replayable guitar lick in his oeuvre. It's annoying before it's progressed through halfway. It's one of the most snarky, arrogant melodies I've ever heard. You know Robin thought of himself so highly while he was playing this.
This shit is fire!
This smug little attitude can be found in Waves, which is not nearly so terrible, but it's under that line of loathable and not loathable, which for once is not his fault.
This isn't a Robin Schulz song. It's a Mr. Probs song.
My face above the water.
Oof. Looks like I grabbed a live performance where he has bronchitis. I'll fix it.
My face above the water.
Was this a hit? Did this make my first video because I heard it on YouTube once and got really offended? Partial bastard.
Oh, okay. So this guy got to be famous for sounding really sick. It's not like many people get eaten up by a harsh industry despite at least some talent, and nobody could surpass the appeal of this guy and his stool.
With the star-making power of Schulz and the raw talent that is Probs, anything is possible.
Probs would go on to a dominant role in the mid-2010s as Schulz's sound never devolved into the same thing every time.
Oh wait, none of that happened.
Probs is a one-hit as of 2019, and the one mark he left was crumbling to the point of utter obscurity. Robin Schulz's almost acceptable production fooled people into seeing a crappy singer as deep, or whatever the hell people liked about this shit.
And if you don't think about it, you'll slowly drift away. Wave after wave!
Number 8. 2014 would find Adam Levine in a new place. He floated into his third year of running an apathetic ship on autopilot. People had caught on to the lack of artistry and began questioning what the point was.
Well, other than being as successful as ever despite not giving any fucks at all.
As I've done many times before, I'm the guy in the foil hat yelling, "Guys, you gotta believe me, these guys are the worst!" While calling them the absolute worst is overly hyperbolic and accomplishes nothing, bringing up each and every one of their missteps is vital in showing how a band can have one of the best songs of a decade to having some of the worst for the next.
Levine is about flavors of bad. So, 2013.
This song was an experiment. It showed how little they could do and still remain just as popular. It's a song with no effort, and it's very apparent that's what it's about. Maybe you were fooled, but I wasn't. I was very mad at this shitburger and figured that's where we were headed, but then he decided to take it 180 degrees in the other direction. Maps is one of Maroon 5's loudest, most arrogant, most annoying pieces of music they would ever create. And that's more so than the song they released that had motherfucker in the chorus.
Bold statement, considering they ruined the previous summer.
You want examples? Let's go.
Oh god, those switching the station reflexes are coming back to me.
If you've ever heard that the man sings like a clarinet, Maps is Levine at his most woodwind-like. Unnecessarily high and squeaky as hell.
Quick side note, I have been in many wind ensembles in my life, and one person was able to play a clarinet well. The clarinet is by far the worst instrument ever made. Continuing.
Bad enough that he emulates the auto squeak machine, but why the hell his backing guitarist chose now as the time to try his little heart out? I don't know. It's such a brash lick. I'm sure he thought it was the best thing he's ever done.
Well, you earned your paycheck, dickhead.
Every verse, that's all you get. Arrogance. 2/5 of Maroon 5 saying, "Check this cool shit, guys," as they see which of the two of them can piss farther.
Maps. A literal pissing contest.
Then this majestic chorus. Whatever they had, they just threw it in there. Make it rain with everything everybody can do. This shit is some kind of bulk noise.
That's my thing.
But on top of it all, cutting through all the mess is our perfect frontman. After screwing everything up for the 60th time, he'll do anything to get to you. He's so into this metaphor. What'll he do to get to you?
I think I finally get Adam's creative process.
You see, I write these scripts in pen mainly so I can actually read my own shitty handwriting. I think he might do the same thing, but instead of scratching out every bad idea he has, it stays in. All of it. No matter how bad or misfitting.
That's genius!
Maybe that best explains every bad idea he's had since 2011.
I got some moves like Jagger. Sugar? Yes, please. Say, now hey no, baby.
I'd love to get a look at that whole journal.
Regardless, Maps is just another entry of god-awful from the most disappointing act in popular music. Well, okay, maybe the second most disappointing. Number 7.
Classic alert.
Because you know I'm all about that bass.
Oh, all the memories, all the pain, all the dreams that this was just one shitty one-hit wonder.
Oh, it's all coming back to me now. Meghan was the quintessential example of how awful the year was. Many noobs who suck at music.
Or in Meghan's case, not understanding her own strengths.
You see, she's not a bad singer. She's a very good singer. In terms of hitting notes and staying within her range, she's never sang
Sings.
outside of her talents.
The talking, on the other hand.
Nah, I come from outer space. My name is No. I'd wanna be me too.
This has been her problem from the start. The woman's attitude is so stilted into such an unrealistic expectation of society that she makes herself detestable. Every single song is about being absolutely untouchable.
Does it affect the least Meghan Trainory of all Meghan Trainor songs? It does a little.
For as impartial and positive as All About That Bass is, it still is the precursor to the total dumpster fire her quality output would become.
It's almost like we could have seen 2016 coming.
And the thing is, she can say whatever the hell she wants, because she's protected by a body positivity message. A get out of criticism free card, if you will.
Revoked.
Maybe if this song was better, it'd look good for the message. But this is shit. It's just vague positive phrases just to fill time.
Go ahead and tell them skinny bitches that.
Actually, I shouldn't bother. This is the best way to look like a misogynistic ass.
Do you know why this song is bad? Roll it from the top.
Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble.
Worst chorus of 2014.
And that's not from a lack of competition. It beats this, and this, and this.
What the hell was wrong with the world in 2014?
Well, anyway, our breadwinner features Meg just absolutely forgetting where she should be singing.
Thematically, she's singing in the right range, but within her range?
All about that bass.
Oh, that's nice. Hope that doesn't happen multiple times.
Or 43 times. That'd be bad.
I love how later she just sings over it as though that'll fix it.
All about that bass.
Like, listen to my actual singing voice, not me failing to sing low.
And how about that rhythm?
I'm all about that bass, no trouble.
That's really fucking bad. Annoying. Lacks all good. It has no real purpose, never stops. Make it stop. And in a better universe, Meghan Trainor remained a one-hit wonder, and we never had another song from her again.
No.
Number 6.
Have you ever heard a song and just thought, wow, this is bad?
What I'm describing is an unprecedented phenomenon where a song is just so bad it's non-describable. This happens all the time with my best songs, where I can barely describe what makes a song good.
I deemed this concept the say something effect.
It's good. What else do you want me to say? Thus far, one time has there been a song that does the polar opposite. It's bad, and there's not much to say about it.
But dagnabbit, I'm gonna try. That's a good start.
Oh, the humanity. DJ Mustard destroyed 2014. Not always with a total lack of quality, but just sheer quantity. If there was any punchy yet fairly ordinarily produced song from this year, he did it. Don't Tell Him ended up being his ugliest and least enjoyable. but it's honestly the best part.
Mostly because he didn't have much competition.
Jeremiah. We just couldn't do without him in the top 10. What an unbelievably underappreciated artist. So much talent and grace. How could we ever let him go?
Oh yeah, because he's none of those things.
He's garbage. These lyrics are garbage. Almost everything is garbage.
Only you got me feeling like this.
I have no idea why, but I really like those triplets. That's it.
I'm literally wasting my time talking about it. The song is forgettable while you're listening to it. Next song, please. Number 5.
Wow, I forgot we had good music on this planet for a second there.
Best song of 2013. Do I stand behind it? Yeah, it's definitely my favorite Justin Timberlake song.
I can't wait to fall in love.
Don't tempt me.
Fine, definitely the best JT song of the decade. When I read about it, I found out how much extra was truly there. It's so good because they put everything into it.
What if they took Mirrors and put nothing into it at all? Yes, it is. It's a fucking terrible thing.
Without the energy, soul, and effort, you've got yourself a 3-minute waste of time. Nothing here is interesting or exciting. Nothing is entertaining or noticeable. It's so bad, the video fucks around not playing the meat of the song and diluting it to all hell.
And it's so absolutely inferior to Mirrors, it makes it one of the worst songs of the year.
There isn't one thing that comes even anywhere close, like the choruses. This is elegant, efficient, and knows when to get in and out.
It's not a bad thing to fall in love with me.
Oh, with who? I wasn't sure. I really appreciate that you dragged that me out for so long. I also like how completely non-interesting the whole thing is. His melodies aren't what you should sing. It's what the backing trumpet should play in the mix while you sing something real.
And then the lyrics, which, hoops, he's out of.
Remember Mirrors?
I can't ever change without you. You reflect me, I love that about you.
Poor bastard already used them all.
Is it too much to ask for every Sunday? While we're at it, throwing every other day.
If you're out of content, don't make the song. Or at the very least, don't release it as a single, jackass. That's what albums are for. Keep it there, and nobody has to care about it ever.
But it's like Mirrors, and Mirrors was a huge hit, so let's print some money, bitches!
To admire, 'cause you
Real copy-paste situation with the drums there, huh? Couldn't do that with the orchestra?
Well, they got to keep the backup guitar player.
Honestly, I'm proud of myself I got this far explaining why Mirror Zero sucks. It didn't need to exist and would have better sat on 2020 forever ignored.
I can't treat you away.
Like this did. Way better song.
Anyway, fuck not a bad thing. Big yawn. Number 4.
And that was 2 in a row that sucked for one main reason. Now the song of 2014 that sucked for a ton of little reasons.
I hated this song so much then, and I still do now. The best way I always imagined talking about it was an autopsy, nitpicking every little thing that killed its quality.
And if it's not dead yet, let's kill it.
Right off the bat, somebody gave these female singers some bad advice.
Now ladies, have you ever heard a police siren? That's what you need to do.
Why is it so loud? Why are their tracks allowed to redline out? Good God.
We've made it 10 seconds in, and there's already one catastrophic failure. Let's discover more.
Am I wrong for thinking out the box from where I stay?
Oh, they think they're making some revolutionary statement here? As though they're the first real artists?
For thinking that we could be something for real.
So real. Really shit.
You can look at it both ways. You can either agree that they're different because they're unbelievably terrible at what they do, or they're not any different and they made the new artist crap of 2014. And they're unbelievably terrible at what they do.
NICO and Vinz are so bad, they threw me off course of my autopsy. Let's get back on track.
What I'm trying to get at is they're bad, which covers all the problems that precede bad musical choices and shitty lyrics. Of the latter, there's plenty of those.
Just cause everybody doing what they all do.
NICO and Vinz are doers. They make doo-doo.
What jackass thought that was a good line? Was it you, NICO? Or you, Vinz? Wait, no, you're NICO. Oh, fuck it.
Then those ladies return, and we don't know how to utilize them at all.
Oh, nice. That really added a heck of a lot. Hey, wait a minute. Why would they be saying yeah?
Am I wrong? Well, I guess I am.
As we sit in this chorus, let's talk about sound.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? For thinking that we could.
A good strategy to take when your song is garbage is to add as many tracks to the song as you can. Blast that guitar, crash that percussion, add a shitty sound effect. Then there's the trumpet.
Trying to reach the things that I can't see.
Didn't think the crap he was singing was annoying enough already. Let's double it with a practically synthetic instrument. Or maybe it's real. Who cares?
Odds are it is real, and it just sounds shitty and fake.
Then right out of the chorus switches to Vico or Nins. Tell me who by yelling it at the screen.
For having a vision.
It's all the same. They're so different and better, they'll be on top of the world.
They definitely wouldn't be singing this in 2015.
That's how we know we fucked up.
The song is about themselves, which is why it's their best.
Sometimes it's better to just find a thing or two here and there. So let's hit it.
Walk, don't look back.
So if this is what talent got this guy into the group, I'd kick his ass back out. Dope to dope to dope, dope, dope.
If you tell me I'm wrong.
Let's say being wrong is failure, and being right is success.
I don't wanna be right.
Good, me neither. I guess it just leaves one question left to answer.
Am I wrong?
Yep, you were. Bye-bye, nobodies.
Number 3.
Speaking of nobodies, speaking of crap, speaking of fuck this god-awful year.
This one checks all the boxes of my garbage tier. Newcomers with a crappy song? Check. A song so boringly average it has no right to exist? Check. A totally pointless endeavor from start to finish? Check. The quintessential car commercial song? Check.
And the cheeriest, no care in the world, empty crap to ever hit radio? Checkmate.
This is gonna be the best day of my life.
I hate the American authors. No group has ever had less reason to exist than they have.
Oh, look at the world. Everything's so cheery and great because I believe in myself, and golly gosh, the world is such a perfect place. I'm so darn happy about everything and everybody.
Like, as I was saying that, did you want to reach into the screen and punch me in the face? Like, more than you usually do?
This crap is so aggravatingly cheery, it sucks. It sucks so much, and I thought I was a chipper bastard.
As far as you know.
There's no reason to believe anything about this. It's so sweet from start to finish, it reminds me of Coke melting a hamburger.
It makes me want to throw up.
This overwhelming sweetness goes into my second point. God, is it fake. The whole thing is a repulsive, gross cliche. This is how it starts. None of that was real. It's fucking bubblegum in its most cancerous form. Just like this crap-ass chorus.
This chorus has more woos and eyes than actual content.
And why would you write some big chorus with actual content? You're so fucking happy. Who cares?
I'm sorry, this song just pisses me off so much, you know?
Turn on your TV. There it is on a Ford commercial. Turn on any white bread PC radio station, and there it plays the fight song by Rachel Platten. This worthless trash has had a better shelf life than 90% of anything else because it's so boringly fine. And you know what's the worst? Songs like Best Day of My Life is the scourge of the music industry that takes music and strips it of its art. Talking in absolutes and abstracts cheapens any sentiments the song wants to put across. It has a banjo, so it seems like something different, and it's just the same worthless shit we've been dealing with forever. To sum up, fuck all of this. If it came out in an average to better year, it would be my number one for sure.
Not 2014, though. Second worst year of the decade.
One last time, fuck this song. Number 2.
I know, you know where this is going. Just let me get there.
Oh, Katy Perry, you were so good. So freaking good. Or you were so goddamn boring. That's the life of a pop star. You can't strike gold every time. Kesha is a fucking goddess, but I'm not going to sit here and defend We Are Who We Are. But she stayed within her talents.
So Dark Horse.
There's no going back.
I don't even need to say anything. That image conveys what Dark Horse is better than anything I could write or say.
Without a doubt, single-wise, this is by miles the worst Katy Perry song. And that's easily so, and there's one reason for that.
This is the least Katy Perry song of her entire catalog.
Now that's the catchy chorus we've come to expect.
Mark my words, this love will make you levitate.
What a bright, shiny song. Aw, what a silly and lighthearted video.
You may fall in love when you meet her.
Katie, you're not looking too good.
If nothing captured the sense of what 2014 was as a whole, this ugly mess of an excuse for a song was a nice snapshot of pure shit, phoning it in, and completely pointless. All in one.
I thought I hated American authors. At least that was happy.
And that's how bad this year became. Everything was by comparison. Like, damn it, I put my hand on the grill. But at least I'm not the guy who stuck his hand in the fryer.
We had a bad week at work.
All the same, I'm tired of not really having all that much to say. It sounds like butt from an artist who wanted to test the limits of her fame.
And she would only get more famous from here.
It's pointless, but it did have one superlative.
It was the worst guest verse of the year. Maybe even the last 5 years. Maybe even the last 10 years.
She's a beast. I call her karma.
So this guy got to be famous before. He's terrible. No effort, no skill. He sounds like an asshole.
Messed around and got addicted.
Old man just ripped off Nicki Minaj. Couldn't even make original crap. Glad your comeback was temporary. Worthless song that missed the cut for worst because it wasn't manufactured to piss me off, just to aggravate me.
Wait, isn't that the same thing?
In your arms.
Congrats, America! Nick and Vin get to be called two-hit wonders. Their second hit is not as bad as their first.
It's also just as useless.
If you want to know what the song's about, the first line will fill you in.
I feel like Superman.
How creative.
One less problem without you.
I love Big Sean. He's one of my favorite rappers right now. He's dynamic and he sits just outside of trends.
So it really hurts me to say that other than All About That Bass, this is the worst chorus of the year.
One less problem without you.
Like, why? This is fucking garbage and completely annoying. At least the Whisper song says something different. Guess what? We've got one less problem without you. We got one less problem without you. We got one less problem without you. And then Ariana agrees, in her least interested singing of her career.
I got one less problem.
That's all of it. A 0 out of 10 chorus.
And the rest of the song? It's not bad.
The verses are pretty rad. It's pretty catchy. And even Iggy isn't that bad. This chorus is just so shit. It about ruins everything around it.
You know what to do with that big fat butt.
Honestly, this is just funny at this point.
It's so unbelievably egregious, it's cute. There aren't enough days on this earth to be angry at something so laughably terrible. It still checks all the boxes. Offensive, obnoxious, shitty, pointless, and so on.
Hate it all you want, but in a year that was unrelenting shit, I can't hate a song that was bad before it was even made.
Man, I really hated this in 2014, for really 2 parts.
Lovely. Just like Sam Smith.
There's Zoinks! How awful.
What I chose to ignore above everything else is that Latch is the best produced song of the year.
Angelic melodies and heroic power, because
Latch, the Sam Smith song, is one of the worst songs of the year without disclosure.
my work radio had it, and it serves literally no purpose. It's worse than every other Sam Smith song, and it is the worst possible he could do. Maximized boring, maximized annoying, and maximized terrible.
It was not a hit. I take solace in that every day.
Oh look, the good version of Dark Horse. Completely ugly, bad enough to be brought up, and nothing more. 4 years ago, this was that stupid I Don't Care singer making another crappy little song, but that's not a fair measure for solo work.
Now I think it's one of the most overrated solo artists of the last 5 years making a boring-ass song.
Charli XCX this and Charli XCX that, and now I don't even want to pretend I want to listen to her shit at all. Boom Clap is so plain, and I'm tired of hearing its praises.
Todd, you broke my heart.
All I need's a little love in my life. All I need's a little love in the dark. I don't wanna be lonely no more. I don't wanna have to pay for this.
What, do you think I wouldn't notice that you ripped off the best song from 2005? Fuck you, Rixton. Enjoy obscurity.
Dark. Let's finish this.
In my broken heart.
There's no going back.
Do what you wanna do.
Number 1. Boring music sucks. We get it a lot. Average pop music too frequently floods the airwaves. Cough, cough, cough.
Is it the worst? Not always.
Take this lovely artistry in the background. It's noise for the sake of noise. It's cocky and pompous and further proof that their quality years are over. But they weren't always that way. There used to be hope. These guys were artists who just happened to get big, but that fame swallowed them and turned them into whatever this is.
Maybe we can trace the fall. I'll show you when I thought Imagine Dragons was dead and gone.
Outside of any albums or re-releases, I Bet My Life was the next and newest thing they would make, and it was the proof I needed to give up. Most of it came from that god-awful chorus. Noise, yelling, Imagine Dragons' Future. This came out in 2015, and it was the first big single off of whatever the hell that album is. That information doesn't matter. So basically nothing in 2014.
But what made them move towards this kind of sound? What unstoppable smash hit by a different alt-rock group made that kind of sound that they wanted to emulate?
Go with me now.
You ruined Imagine Dragons, you fucking assholes.
If you combined all the Bad ID songs, you are still nowhere close to as bad as this. Congos had one shot to stink up the Hot 100, and they succeeded. Never to be heard of again.
Well, except for their hit in 2017. Sorry, too soon.
Speaking of checking boxes, how about loudness? And so many noisy things to choose from. Hit me up front, dick.
Yeah, that's what the song is called. No thank you.
Clearly that's what they want the listener to get out of this. Every band member just hucks that line at you like dodgeballs. They got what they wanted. It'll take you down a road of Stockholm Syndrome and involuntary twitching.
Come with me now.
And that's all they need in the whole song. The verses are just muddled shit.
I've wasted time, I've wasted breath.
Oh god, Imagine Dragons really did copy these guys.
Not only are they loud, their message has to be just as loud.
I was born without this fear.
Oh, so you're awesome too? Real revolutionaries in the field of drummer fuck-offery? You're not groundbreaking. Your video looks like what you would get from Baby's first video.
It still isn't an excuse.
Anyways, toys. Toys make noise.
Guitar box solo. Guitar box solo over. Guitar box solo over.
It's actually called a lap slide guitar. And if you thought a guitar could be annoying before, this fucking thing is so obnoxious and not impressive at all. It's a boring solo melodically, and it's not even as impressive as the accordion riff.
Although that's just a missed opportunity. They should have got a fifth guy on bagpipes.
And what, is this arrangement supposed to be so weird that I have to respect what it is? No, it's just one accordion that's utilized like garbage. Should have told that guy to stay home that day and write a better song.
Because at the very least, they could have just been a Muse cover band.
Just totally out of nowhere, they have this delicate bridge that gives the song a breather. It's so much less grating. Come with me now. And nearly gives the song a positive.
Too bad they couldn't get rid of any of the fucking come with me nows.
For 1 second, they couldn't just let this god-awful gimmick sit to the side. They couldn't do this in the verses while Guy mumbles nonsense? But why keep it at all? And the fucking claps on the first beats. Can you get less musically inclined than that? It's not even synchronous. They sound off themselves. What trash.
And worst of all, this may be the only song I have ever seen that has absolutely no redeeming qualities.
Just look at it as a comparison to all the number ones I've thrown at you. Issues is at least an attempt at emotional weakness. I Don't Care is just a vapid party song. Me Too might be a joke. Maybe. Honey, I'm Good is upbeat, which is a disadvantage, but at least it makes it listenable. And Am I Wrong is no longer my worst of 2014. It's this unrefined, unpolished trash. And it may even be the worst thing of this decade. I don't think it's likely I've forgotten anything before 2013 and we're running out of time to have something dethrone it. Come With Me Now by Congos, the worst song of the second worst year of pop music of the 2010s.
Also not redoing the best of 2014. The video barely holds up, but my opinions are basically the same. But just for funsies, here they are.
Talk dirty to me.
Ain't it fun?
Over my head, take me to church. 2005, oh